What if I told you the very first kiss on Earth didn't come from modern humans? What if it happened millions of years ago between creatures we barely recognize as human? And what if Neanderthals weren't just our relatives, but our lovers? Part 1. Why scientists even asked this question. For a long time, kissing was considered purely cultural, something invented by modern humans. But researchers began to notice something odd. Many animals show behaviors that look suspiciously like kissing. This raised a radical idea. What if kissing is not cultural at all? What if it's biological? To answer this, scientists needed to go far back in time, before Homo sapiens, before Neanderthals, back to our ancient ancestors. Part 2. Defining a kiss. Before studying kissing, researchers faced a problem. What exactly counts as a kiss? Because many behaviors look like kissing, but aren't. Some primates pre-chew food and feed it mouth to mouth. Ants exchange food and fluids orally. Certain fish lock lips, but only to fight for dominance. Even dogs licking human faces doesn't count. So scientists created a strict definition. A kiss is non-aggressive, intentional, mouth-to-mouth contact between members of the same species with no food transfer. Only behaviors that matched this definition were included, and once they applied it, something surprising appeared. Part 3. Animals that kiss. It turns out, kissing is everywhere. Bonobos kiss with long, sensual tongue-to-tongue contact. Chimpanzees kiss to reconcile after fights. Apes kiss during bonding, greeting, and intimacy. Polar bears gently press mouths together. Prairie dogs softly canoodle face to face. Kissing happens between mothers and infants, between friends, between sexual partners. It's emotional, it's social, it's ancient. Only a few species, like eastern gorillas and small apes, seem to skip it. Part 4. How old is kissing? Using evolutionary family trees and a method called phylogenetic comparative analysis, scientists reconstructed the history of kissing. The result? Early apes were kissing 21.5 to 16.9 million years ago. That's long before humans existed, long before Neanderthals, long before history itself. Kissing didn't begin with us. We inherited it. Part 5. Enter the Neanderthals. Neanderthals were not dumb brutes. They cared for the injured. They buried their dead. They made tools. They formed families. And based on evolutionary evidence, they likely kissed too. But there's something even more shocking. Part 6. The saliva evidence. Modern humans and Neanderthals shared an oral microbe long after they split into separate species. This microbe lives in the mouth. It spreads through saliva. That means saliva was exchanged. Yes, food sharing could explain this, but when combined with another fact, the story changes. Part 7. The DNA doesn't lie. Most people of non-African descent today carry Neanderthal DNA. That means humans and Neanderthals didn't just meet, they mated. They formed relationships. They created children together. And if kissing already existed in their ancestors and saliva was being shared, then the conclusion becomes hard to avoid. Part 8. So, did they kiss? We will never find a fossil of a kiss. Love doesn't preserve in stone.
But science doesn't need romance, it needs patterns. And the patterns say this: kissing existed millions of years before humans. Neanderthals descended from kissing ancestors. Humans and Neanderthals shared saliva. Humans and Neanderthals had intimate relationships. All signs point in one direction.
Ending. The thought that changes how we see the past. So did humans and Neanderthals kiss? We may never prove it, but the evidence whispers a daring truth. The first kiss in your family tree may not have been fully human. And once you realize that, you'll never look at Neanderthals the same way again.